Good morning and welcome to the Hot Seat Podcast presents Football Talk Live. I'm your boy, Shawn Xavier, alongside the homie, the storyteller. Today's December 22nd, 2024, a cold and chilly Sunday. And of course, we are live streaming on YouTube, so make sure you like and subscribe to that YouTube channel. And we're also broadcasting over on Facebook Live as well for all of the OGs out there. As always, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Hot Seat Podcast. Our latest episode of the Hot Seat Podcast is out now on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify Podcasts. Episode 160 at year's end, our 2024 wrap-up show. But it's all about football today, folks. It is all about football today. Morning, Jay, our early riser. I like it.
Yep.
How are you feeling, my friend? How are we feeling? We got the birthday boy in the building today. So, how you feeling, my guy?
Well, you see, I got the Giants gear on, as we discussed right before the show.
I love it.
And the reason why I got it on, because I could see, that number one pick right in the grass, because I will be picking the Raiders today to win this game. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I love it. I'm loving the colorway. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today. Your boy's feeling good. Boy, what I told you. I said it earlier this season. I am living out my sports fandom this year.
Mm-hmm.
Although my Hurricanes, they came up short, but it was a good season. My Commanders are doing their thing. We got some more wins on the way we're going to talk about today. Yeah, man, and Master Wallace will be here with us shortly. But let's get in right into the birth topic though, and that's going to be our college football recap. So right now we're in bowl season right now, and we're currently witnessing the first 12-team playoff, man, that went down these last couple of days. What's your take on this first round of playoff games, man? To be honest.
So, are we hyped? Did y'all see what I saw yesterday? This what we've been waiting for?
Yeah.
What you been waiting for? Yeah. I guess more teams played.
Yeah.
And that was about it. That was about it. What happened was supposed to happen, and that was my takeaway over yesterday. So if that was what everybody's been waiting for, well, you got your shot. So
true. I mean, to be fair,
it sure enough was, Jay.
Yeah. To be fair, we knew this was going to happen to start with some teams getting blown out. I mean, once you extended it out to 12 teams, then you knew that first round, kind of similar to a certain extent to like the first round of the NCAA tournament, just doesn't have all the flair yet. They got to work out the kinks. But you knew there potentially was going to be some lopsided games. I mean, the Indiana Notre Dame game was, I'll say this. If anything else, I think that I'll put it this way, and I heard someone say this, and I absolutely agree. College football is not meant to be played in this type of weather. And I mean cold. It's really not. Even in your cold weather states like Penn State, Ohio, Notre Dame, it's not meant to be played. And it's typically these guys, if you look at it, even like all the bowl games, they've traditionally been played in down like, you had like the Peach Bowl, Cotton Bowl, all these places, they've been playing in indoor stadiums, something like that. You don't really get this type of weather in college football. I mean, even in Michigan, like you're not playing this late. They're the Big Ten.
Normally, when you're playing in bowl games, you're playing
in all
at certain spots. Yeah,
right. So this is going to make things a little different depending on who got it, who got home field, which is dope. What I will say is, I think that what has to stop happening is the committee is looking at a team's schedule or overall record and be like, we're going to get them in there like that. Because at some point, what is a quality win in college anymore? I mean, SMU looked good all season, but they ain't really play nobody. Like, they really didn't play anybody. And now with this whole conference realignment thing, no one's scheduling tough games. I mean, unless you're playing in the SEC, and then you got I don't even know what to call y'all conference now, the Big 35 y'all got over there. No
So
one's
you put numbers on it.
Yeah, man. And the unfortunate part is they're not scheduling the tough teams because they don't want to risk. Yeah, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. They want to risk, having that upset. But I mean, isn't that the whole point of competition? Like, if you ducking teams, how can I really look at your squad as being like the team, like the best team? If you're no, I don't want to play, those out of conference things because I don't want to risk losing to somebody. What do you mean? Like, it's football at the end of the day. I don't know how you feel about that, but like I've heard that conversation happen a bit.
It did happen.
Yeah.
It did happen, and it's a strange conversation. First of all, to even make that comment, you're pretty weak. When you're like, right. I'm not even going to chance the fact of facing some of these teams that are out of conference.
Yeah.
The flip side of that is we can't hold it as if every conference is similar.
Right.
And it's not.
Right.
It's really not.
Right.
Just because you won, I'll just make up a conference, the Big 60. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that you should get automatic bids and be pushed past the first round, like skip, get a bye week and stuff. Like, no. Some of the stuff that's gonna be going on, you're gonna be looking at like, wait a minute, bro. I played 5 top 10 teams during the season. Okay, I lost 1 or 2 of them.
Right.
And those games were close.
Yeah.
But we whooped everybody else. How is that similar to a team that didn't even play hardly a top 25 team and went undefeated? And it's not. It's not similar.
It's not. And going into yesterday's game and the Tennessee-Ohio State game, that was not even a competition. It was 21-0 in the first quarter, just like that. And then, Tennessee did try to mount a little bit of a comeback, and they brought it to 21-10, but then Ohio State dumped another 14 on them in the third quarter, and ultimately ended up being 42-17. Now, at the same time, this same Ohio State team, they lost to your Michigan Wolverines just a few weeks ago, which I would say that Tennessee team is probably on paper better than your Michigan squad.
They are. There ain't no problem.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if it was just the atmosphere thing or something like that. It's just weird. I just don't.
But
yeah,
the only, I threw the little joke out there to Eric through our chat because he's a Tennessee fan. I'm a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
But the reason why those things aren't similar because of the rivalry.
Yeah.
That I don't care if Michigan lost every single game of the season. When they go up against Ohio State, when they go up against Michigan State, when there's certain rivalries that I don't care what's going on. Yeah, I don't care what's going on with that team. People just build themselves up for. Yeah. So that's why you can't really compare, hey, Tennessee out of the blue in a bowl game, playoff game, playing Ohio State and getting beat like that, and then Michigan upsetting them a couple weeks prior. It's not the same, even though Tennessee's team, I feel, is more talented than Michigan.
Yeah.
Because of that rivalry aspect.
And I mean, Texas over Clemson. It's not a lot of in the first round, but let's go into the second round, the matchup. So you got Arizona State, who had a bye, going up against Texas. You got Oregon, Ohio State, with Oregon having the bye, their number 1 overall seed. Boise State and Penn State, and then you got Georgia, Notre Dame. So now you got them in like the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl, Chick-fil-A Bowl. That second round game, what's the most appealing game to you in that regard? Did you hear me? Did we freeze up? I can't hear you.
It's flickering on
I don't know what happened. Is that me?
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not catching you. Go
Oh,
ahead, I got you now. Yeah.
oh, my bad.
So what you
I was
saying?
okay. I
My
don't know
bad.
what happened. They won't let us be great. No, I said so. We go into the second round because the quarterfinals. So you got Arizona, in Texas. They're playing in the Peach Bowl. You got Oregon, Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, Boise State, Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl, and then the Sugar Bowl being Georgia, Notre Dame. Which one of those games is most appealing?
Oregon, Ohio State. Especially since I think I heard they got Ohio State as the favorite. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, they got Ohio State is -2. So you're talking
Yeah,
about
so yeah, so that hands down is the one for me.
yeah.
And the only reason this happened this way, because I see Gary in there, is because of that upset. Or else it would have been later. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why it's that way. But that's why I said once again, things aren't the same. They got, if you're really looking with this this non-biased swayed view, you really got to sit back and look and go, hey, okay, this is what happened here. This is a rivalry game. This type of conference compared to this type of conference. Is this going to be good or not?
Yeah.
You know, because that's what the people want. Yeah, we want people to have the chance to be in these playoffs. But some of these games, I mean, were we surprised at some of these blowouts? I want to see some of these games.
Right.
So, and honestly, I didn't watch some of these games. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, hey, this is what you wanted. You wanted everybody to have this shot. Here you go.
It's interesting.
Like a waste of week.
I feel like, and this is not a bias. This is just because I'm just watching what the offense looked like, but the defense played so bad. I know SMU had a better record. They were ACC better record than Miami, but I'm curious. I would have been curious to see how that game played out with Penn State. The offensive side. Now the defense, that's the part that troubled us all season.
They got your ass whooped.
We might have, or they might have just put up points. We don't know. They've been like the cardiac kids all year. But there has to be a better way to get better matchups in play. I mean, at the end of the day, they're creating just stuff for us to watch when, unless you're really paying attention because of the NFL, you might have forgot some of these games were on. Unless you were a fan, like you'd be like, "Oh, I'm watching Saturday." Wait, there's a college football game going on too. So it's one of those weird things, man, that NFL's gobble up everything. Now
they need to just do it like they do with NCAA. I mean, basketball. It'll be well. Like, I think that'd be dope.
Well, here's the thing: Dave and I was just discussing, Earl, the fact that teams are afraid to schedule during season those out of conference matchups in fear that they will potentially get upset, which I think is a crock of bullshit. Because again, we talking about a SMU that really didn't, their strength of schedule really doesn't equate to what their overall record being. So, but you have other colleges like that, and some of them are down in the SEC. They fear scheduling some of those out of conference teams because they don't want to end up taking that accidental L during the season, which sucks. That's how you end up having all those years, as great as Alabama was. How many times did you look at Alabama's schedule until they got into the SEC on par, and they were playing teams like, Thomas Nelson, the formerly Thomas Nelson, stuff like. I mean, I'm just giving you an example. Like they were playing like teams, Chattanooga State. It's weird. That's like what that. Huh? Yeah. Like, I mean, you might as well call it a preseason. All that being said, I'm curious to see how this is going to affect future draft picks. And what I mean by that is with football now pushing, I mean, they're damn near pushing into February now because the national championship is on January 20th. After, if you're one of those teams and you're a top pick and like on a Georgia or Ohio State in this case, or Oregon, even looking at what's the name in Boise State, the running back. Now, will they make it past Penn State? Not sure, but if they do, you're going into January after that. Let's say they end up making a run. After that, then you're getting ready for the combine, which is in April, and then you're looking at the draft time. You got many camps. Then you got the rookie mini camps and all that. We were talking about something as we get on earlier that I thought at some point that Jaden Daniels had hit a wall this year. Maybe Caleb as well. Those guys are playing a lot of ball for the last year, and then they just get to the point where they burn out. Look at even though it's not football, look at Caitlin Clark. We talked about that, how much basketball she had played in a year's time, and then she hit that wall when she got to the WNBA and was tired. Like, she needed that Olympic break, and then she came back and they went on a run. So I wonder how this is going to affect some of these guys, these top picks coming out, going into the league where they'll be ranked high up, but then they get halfway through the season like, no, they are not what you thought they were. I'm like, no, they just tired, bro.
I don't think it's going to impact them. I mean, I think at the end of the day, these scouts, they're professionals. Like, they got all year. You know what I'm saying? They can be able to determine, or some of them be able to determine, like, hey, I see one of these mid majors or lower conferences and say, like, nah, this is a talent that'll translate to the NFL. So I don't think it's going to really make a difference. I think more so for college football, they have an opportunity to get better here. But like you said, like, I was watching Ohio State and Tennessee because there wasn't nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was trash. It was 21-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I put a little quick bet on there, won some money real quick, and that was it. So that was real. Honestly, that was why I was watching. That was why I was watching it.
To Gary's point,
I'll say,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll just say to the fact of what you were just pointing out, I don't think it's going to affect either.
Okay.
No more than what it's already had.
Gotcha.
If you're playing for a national championship and you're in the playoffs, I think you'll play.
Yeah,
but if you're in one of these side bowl games and I'm one of these top 5 picks, I ain't playing. I ain't worried about it. It ain't important.
Yeah,
we ain't win no championship off of it. I don't care about that bowl. The bowl means nothing. But if I get injured in that bowl game, now I could have cost myself millions, and that's real. Especially being like a running back, that's real.
Yeah, but
and they've already made that decision. People already made that decision before.
Oh, look, hey, so your point, USC. I don't know if you guys saw this story. USC may not even be able to play in their bowl game because they may not be able to fill the team because so many of the players they've either hit they either hit the transfer portal or they decide I'm not playing. Yeah. They may not actually be able to field a team to play in the bowl game.
So they need to change that. Like, they need to be able to say, like, you can't hit the transfer portal until
I saw a coach say
a certain time. And then 2, they need to take it like it is like the last game. The bowl game is still a part of the season.
I feel you. I'm just telling you from a person going would I love to see them play? Yeah.
I mean, they need to make that
time. Some of these players like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Especially
they need to make that mandatory.
Yeah. Listen here. My Hurricanes are playing in the goddamn Pop-Tart Bowl. The Pop-Tart
Is that
Bowl.
really the bowl?
Yes, man. Yes. We're playing in the fucking Pop-Tart Bowl. And have y'all seen like that big ass thing they have out there for the Pop-Tart Bowl?
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah.
Put an S on it, bro. It's Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts Bowl. It's probably not even the good Pop-Tart either. What the fuck? This is like, I saw that shit. How you go from competing for a national championship to playing in the goddamn Pop-Tarts Bowl? Hey, have a hot seed poll, bro. If Pop-Tarts got a bowl, we need a bowl too, goddamn it. That's some bullshit. Some bullshit. Pop-Tarts Bowl? How you go from a turnover chain to a Pop-Tart Bowl? Boy, I swear.
How you finish right outside the playoffs? Man, you're
in a Pop-Tarts Bowl. You got the worst fucking bowl there is. Like, that's about as bad as the Scooby Bowl if they got one. That's just horrible.
That's funny.
Earl, who's y'all pick before we move on? Who's your pick to come out of this with the national championship?
Yo, honestly, I don't care. Real talk. I don't have a pick. Like, I'm not even
in a show, sir. We have to.
Sorry, I'm not even in. All right, my pick. Oregon.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oregon.
I'm actually going to ride. Yeah, I'm going to ride with Oregon on this one. I think Oregon it's been long overdue since Oregon, because we've seen Oregon in these national championship games, I think a couple of times, and they just went up against, I think, what? It is. It's a goddamn toaster. It really is. It's kind of bad. I don't like it.
Now, real talk though. I say Oregon only because I feel like Gabriel got something to play for. Well, okay. he was a Heisman Trophy hopeful, and it's not. I won't say that his talent. I don't think people questioning his talent, but I think it'd be good to see him in a pressured game on a major stage, because then I think there's going to be some GMs that's looking and say, all right, he showed me something, or I'm like, he ain't what I thought he was. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying Oregon because it can't be Ohio State.
I'm gonna say this, Earl, to your point right there. He may not be what we thought he was. I don't know. I look at Gabriel, man, and I think about Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, man, he's a handsome fellow, and I feel like, and they talk about like Jalen Hurts and his, they always, if you listen to pods like I do, stuff like that, or if you saw like early last week, Dominique Foxworth had a joke on Get Up, and he said Jalen Hurts, he benefits from pretty privilege when it comes to like media, stuff like that. So when I'm watching a Heisman ceremony, I'm like, Gabriel, man, that's a handsome young guy. I said hopefully he can live up to the hype, because where they always talked about Jimmy Garoppolo and his his stature.
Where is he now? Where is he now?
So exactly. So you see, we'll see.
Give a shit about what you look like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Jay. But I am with Oregon on this one. I think their team is pretty complete. We're gonna see what they do against Ohio State. As far as James Franklin, they lose this game against Boise State. It might be trouble. He said early in the season he may not be back after the season, and he was thinking about he gonna fire his ass. But I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see, guys. So that's our college football there. Let's jump over into the pros, man, because there's a lot of NFL football. Even when we do our picks today, we got like 20 games to pick. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of games. But let's get into the Thursday night recap. The Broncos fall to the Chargers, the sleeper team Chargers. I should have had to cue that clip up because I felt the moment that Jim Harbaugh was announced as head coach of the Chargers, I'm like, bruh, forget about what you saw the year prior. He's going to become a formidable squad. Now, they may be missing some pieces, but that first year, he's going to be respectable. And they got the defense. He got in Mike Minter, I believe, is their defensive coordinator. And the offense, he's made Justin Herbert less Justin Herbert-y. Like they run it, they lean on the run. They still have some moments where they kind of ask Justin to save them, but they have had a couple of injuries. A lot of people mocked them for taking Joe Alt after they already had a tackle, but like, hey,
great pick. That was a great pick.
Like you need 2 tackles, bro.
Got to protect your investment.
Yeah, and he resurrected, for all intents and purposes, the career. I guess the careers of Joey Bosa and what's the other Khalil Mack, because everybody was like shitting on him, and they got rid of Keenan Allen and those guys there, and they're sitting there at 9-6, and when they play, bro, they play physical. That Broncos game was pretty tough. Yes, they had a couple of losses this year that they kind of like got away with them, but it's only a matter of time, bro, because he's competing for a championship. So what was your takeaway from that game? Are we surprised by the Broncos? What they doing with Bo Nix or not? By the way, he's not the by the way. So
what happened?
I said, by the way, Bo Nix by no means should be considered as rookie of the year, but keep going.
Oh wow.
So I'm not surprised by the Chargers. I am surprised by the Broncos. I will admit that.
Okay.
For that whole Russell Wilson debacle and stuff like that, I was like, oh man, this is night and day. This switch right here. Totally
man. Yeah.
But Sean Payton wanted who he wanted, and he got who he wanted, and now you can't really backtrack off that. Like it's a proven thing. So yeah, they're doing their thing definitely, and Bo Nix is going to be a problem for years. On the Chargers side of things, what I just found a little bit more impressive, but I wasn't surprised. The Chargers should have had a record like this for at least 3 or 4 years in a row now.
Yes, man.
Realize that.
Yes.
If you go back through the years,
yes,
they probably had about 4 or 5 games per season that is coming down to the very last drive or something like that, and they just didn't pull it out. And that's where they were like, oh, that's all coaching, but they kept on having these coaches there that just couldn't do it. But now they have a coach there. And the most impressive thing for them, and I think I said this before, is that he came in and cleared house, bro.
Cleared house.
Everybody.
Like, how do you come in and say, hey, wide receiver squad, you're gone?
You're gone.
And I'm sitting
You
up
can
there,
go.
I'm like, damn.
Your services are no longer needed.
Bro, like these are these guys out here. But I mean, once again, it's a proven track record that he has there. So the scary part is this. They're a scary team right now. Imagine year 2 and 3 when he starts drafting the people that he really want in there and start playing with the free agency and people that really want to play for him. It's gonna be scary, man.
Yeah.
What is it?
I ain't gonna lie. I was a little. I mean, Harbaugh's track record speaks for itself. So I mean,
professionally in college.
Yeah, did I think he was gonna have a problem turning it around? No. Now, what I was shocked about, because we've been saying it for the longest, the Chargers have been one of those teams that just been a letdown because on paper they have a squad, right?
Yes.
On both sides of the ball. So I was shocked when he let go of a lot of receivers, and I'm talking about these are your top receivers.
Yeah,
some in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, Harbaugh, his track record speaks for itself. So I'm not shocked that this is what they're doing. And I would tell you, this should be an eye opener, and it should be a ding 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 moment for a lot of owners out here to say, "Hey, listen, coaching matters." You know what I'm saying? Coaching matters. So if you got to,
hey, you got to get right now.
Sometimes you got to clear house.
You got to get a coach that a coach is special. You got to get somebody who's really going to be able to, have impact. And there's a lot of them out here that could do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but then also too, with the coaching, you got to give them something to work with. You understand what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. If I think one of the teams that pisses me off, and this is not even mine, they piss me off, but we already know that. But one of the other teams that pisses me off, because I'm like, yo, y'all actually had personnel. It's just your coaching is trash. And then you let go of the coach that gave y'all a winning record, which is stupid. So you deserve everything you fucking get. Excuse my language.
What are you talking about?
Bears.
What are you talking about? There you go.
You let go of Lovie Smith. I think they fired him at 9-6 or something, 10-6, whatever that his right. He was above 500. Yeah. And then after that, you had a string of coaches who I think combined their record was less than Lovey's. Right. You know what I'm saying? Combined. So y'all get everything y'all deserve.
Yep.
But like I said, shout out to the Chargers. I ain't shocked. But then also, on the flip side, shout out to the Broncos, yo. Because Sean Payton also is another one of those coaches. People is a little leery because of the whole situation with Russell with Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And then just how that happened. But hey, you know what? He said, yo, he ain't it for me. I gotta get somebody else. It's my way of the highway. And guess what? It's translated to 9-6. And he's doing that with a quarterback, with a young quarterback. And then that's the other thing. And I said this last week. Mark my words. I think the trade-off for quarterbacks not being able to develop is to get some of these older quarterbacks. So I'm not going to be surprised if Gabriel he goes to the league and he's doing okay because he's been in the league for so long. You know what I'm saying? So
true. Now I agree with you guys, man. Like this same Chargers team minus the receivers they got rid of and they added, offensive linemen, a couple pieces there. They were 5-12 last season. They were 5-12. And all of the professional folks who get paid 10 times more than what we do was like shitting on them and had them ranked like at the bottom, like third, less than the bottom third of the league is finishing. And surprise, surprise, this is what happens. Like it's almost like when you watch some of the media pundits, and we know they do stuff, for ratings. When you really think about it, like, you don't really believe the shit that's coming out your mouth, do you? Like, there is nothing about Jim Harbaugh that says, hey, I'm gonna fail. Nothing. Even in the earlier days, and Dave will agree with this, when he started at Michigan, he was like, just give him time. Just give him time. And next thing you know, he was like, hey, man, as a couple of seasons, they were like, hey, let's get rid of, they were talking about getting rid of him, this, that, and the other. Well, the outside was Michigan was, down. And next thing you know, they did what they did. And he built that team like that so much so it kind of carried over to this year. It's some exceptional wins. And hopefully the staff he left in place does pretty well.
You want to know what's crazy real quick, Shawn?
Yeah.
Off of what Earl had said with the Bears?
Yeah.
Harbaugh was looking at the Bears also when he was coming into the league, and they didn't take him.
Right.
Like they didn't continue conversation with him.
Because
think about that.
They're allergic to progress. Like they want.
How do you close your door or conversation with Harbaugh? Like you got a track record of these killer coaches.
Right. Like
what we going back to before Luffy? What we talking about? Dicker? Like you going back?
You talking about a team that, again, the best situation for on paper, this, that, and the third. Everybody forgot that the head coach, Eberflus, remember, they was going to fire his ass last season, but they was like, nah, we just going to fire all the coordinators, which is typically a sign that you next. Brung him back, end up firing the coordinator, end up firing him, and has completely destroyed their first-round pick, at least for the first season.
Oh, man.
Who, in his tape, is starting to show up from college. All those highlights look great. But there's a lot of bad tape on Caleb too. But hey, hopefully he gets better, man. Let's go into these Saturday games. Texans at Chiefs. Let's go with that one. Goddamn Texans. Chiefs. 14-1, bro. Undefeated at home.
Who we thought they were. That's as simple as you can just put it.
That's it. Besides that one blemish, man. You talking about Earl coaching? Yes, I know they have the best quarterback on the planet and Pat Mahomes, but you're talking about coaching, bro.
That makes you
coaching.
This is the Chiefs. The Chiefs are. That was a fluke against Tampa Bay. Like they just had an off day. Like it was a fluke. But the Chiefs are. You have a all-world quarterback and an all-world head coach. Like everywhere he went,
coaching staff.
Yes, everywhere. Well, everywhere Reed went, he was successful. Then you got Spags,
which pisses me off every single time I see that
defense. It's to the point where, like, if I'm Kelsey, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna play until I'm 40, bro, because I'm gonna ride this wave. Because as long as he's here, and he's here, and y'all know who I'm talking about. I gave you 3 he's.
Yep.
As long as Spags, Reed, and Mahomes is there, yo, we can win. Yeah. Yo, there's not nobody. They're not like you already know. Nobody's beating them in the Super Bowl. Like they're getting to the Super Bowl, and nobody's gonna beat this man. Be messes.
I gotta add one more he on there because he lets you know.
I'm sorry, and Chris
holdout.
And Chris Johnson. Chris Jones. Chris Jones. Yes, he's another he. And the other thing is like they struggle with their wide receiver core. Now it's to the point where they have too many receivers, but they're making it work because people are coming back. It don't
even matter, bro. When they won last year, I said I just put my hands up.
And he did it with Kelsey. Kelsey didn't start snapping until the end. He wasn't doing nothing during the season.
Earl, too many receivers. But yesterday they had 28 receptions for 260 yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you had Xavier Worthy with 7. Samaje Perine with 3. He's a running back. Hollywood Brown. I forgot Hollywood Brown was still in the goddamn league. DeAndre.
He just came back.
Yeah, would have been more than that. There were some drops. There were some crazy drops.
On
that one drive, there were like 2 touchdown joints that were dropped.
Oh wow, he got a high ankle sprain. He's had a high ankle sprain. I feel like every year.
And ran the ball in.
I feel like
ran the ball in. By the way,
I feel like since last year when he messed up his ankle.
Yeah, man, it's
but
no excuses. There's no excuses.
That is the perfect. They are this generation's in football Chicago Bulls, I would say.
Nah, facts. That's a good analogy.
Because I feel like with all their warts, we can go back on the NBA side. Doing those 2 championship runs, on paper, the Utah Jazz were better than the Bulls, but Utah did not have one Phil Jackson, and the other one they did not have the GOAT at the end of the day. So all that shit just got washed. Mm-hmm. Right now, they don't look at, and that's the crazy part, because we always talk about Bill Belichick, who's great, but they don't talk about Andy Reid or give him his flowers as they should, because he's always looks like the fun-loving coach. Bro, look at if you watch some of those behind the scenes, he runs a physical, strict practice. He develops. Yeah, and his tree is very successful.
It's crazy.
Bill Belichick tree, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Reid's tree is very successful, man. And
his translate to you can leave here and be a coach. Yeah. What's the name translates to I'm just a carbon copy of you, but I'm not you. Right. And you think I'm going to be somebody.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. So
that's a great way to put it.
I think the other thing too, with so the thing that pisses me off with KC is you just said like, yo, ride this wave, right?
Yeah.
You just said ride this wave. But meanwhile, you got dumbass Eric Bieniemy who felt like, yo, I'm about to go ahead. Like, he was the one guy that now is showing that, hey, look, you wasn't as good as you thought you was, bro. And your coach actually knew, and he was saving you.
He tried to save you.
Yeah, he tried to save you, and you was feeling yourself. And you ain't. I could tell you ain't smart because hold on. I said what I'm saying. I could tell you ain't smart because he ain't smart with this move, because you went and took an opportunity with the Commanders, not a head coaching.
Yeah, a made up position.
A made up position that you ended up getting let go. So my thing is,
you the transfer to the transfer.
Yeah. So my thing is like, you left one coordinator position and go to another, like, and then get a special, bro. You stupid.
He would have been on his look. I believe a lot in that guy. I believe for him, man, is to your point. I'm with that. Like the ego got in his own way, because he even showed him going out in UCLA. He went out of UCLA and became an OC out there, and they didn't do well out there. Well, he got let go from UCLA. They say his contract was only 1 year, but he got let go. But the thing with that is, and I still believe, if he had let go that ego, and let's say he was riding a dead man walking, and no pun intended, with Ron Rivera, because they were on a clear house anyway. But at least if he had a decent season as a coordinator, he might have been someone's head coach. But the fact that
he knew he was going to be a great coordinator with the Chiefs.
But I mean,
so what would have been the difference?
No, what I mean by that is, like, let's say the Commanders still have a terrible season, but during that season, Sam Howell doesn't get sacked 97 times, but he still has a respectable season. They may look at you like, we like what you developed. Let's go get you another position. No one even wanted him because it was so blatant that, bro, you didn't even adapt during the season. We don't want this on our staff at all. And that was,
if you realize they was kind of, I think it was like his last year. So
yeah,
there was something out with KC where the players didn't rock with him.
They did. They said, man, he was just a little bit too. He reminds me of a.
Well, you already know that you rock with him because he would have been back.
He reminds me of one of my senior leaders that I used to work with, that I had like some words with, and he's that type of guy. Like, he's a black dude, but I feel like he calling me nigga at the same time, but in a real bad way. That's what he felt like to me. So every time
he gonna end up, and I don't wish this on this brother, but he gonna end up being a high school head coach.
Yeah, because he's not coming back to KC.
He can't even go to HBCU at this point. They were like, yeah, nah.
I think he might. I think he might have burned some bridges. Unfortunately, I was rooting for him, but yeah. Let's go to the other game, man. Steelers Ravens. It was dope last night. As I'm driving home, I'm driving past the stadium, and as Bateman makes that touchdown catch, so I have it playing in the car, but so it's like on a delay. But I see before it happens, I see the fireworks go off, which is pretty dope. I've never seen that from the outside of the stadium. So at that point, I let my window down. It was cold as shit, but I could hear the roar of people coming from the stadium because like where I'm driving on what's that? Coming off of 95 and going down to Martin Luther King. If you guys know around the Baltimore area, you can hear it, and they go packed in that joint. And yeah, man, like the Ravens showed up last night. Now there was a couple of caveats. I will say this: Joey Porter Jr. went out. There was a couple of injuries on the Steelers side.
That wasn't going to change nothing.
Now last night though, they were locked in last night, and they did their thing. Old Russ kind of showed up at a couple of bad times. The fumble. Okay, but the interception
that interception was bad.
Let's do this. And this is nothing against. I know what you're gonna say, Earl, when I say it. He is an awesome coach, man. Absolute awesome coach. But in high leverage situations,
watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
The Steelers have failed to show up in a couple of high leverage.
Watch your mouth. Not too much on this black man. Watch your mouth. And we going into Black History. Watch your mouth. You got a VA hat on, and you talk. Watch your mouth.
I got you, man. You got to call it what it is, though. I mean, they have like when they got in the playoffs, they haven't done well in the playoffs since that first championship season. Which we give all that flack to.
Monterey 7-5 anyway, so we good.
We give all that flack to what's his face who won what
Granby Street. Let's go.
Granby stand up. HRBT.
We give all that flack to John Gruden because he won with what's the name's championship team.
Why you shitting on this black man? Yeah,
I'm not. I'm just saying, like in
this man. Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna cut you off. Name a coach who has had. I do in this moment. Name a coach who has never had a losing season. And I'm talking about to all the greats. Name a coach who has never had a losing season. His worst season,
10 plus seasons.
No, his worst season was he was 500.
Okay, that's fine.
That's hard to do.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, you know.
And then the other thing too is
when he did that on Mason Rudolph the other year.
That's what I'm saying. You could coach. You could coach as much as you want, but you coaching with the personnel that you have. The reason why the Steelers lost. They had every opportunity to beat the Ravens, and they stood with the Ravens. The problem is, and this is which I'm a little shocked by, because the Steelers, for years, in my opinion, have pumped out wide receivers. Like they are the ones that I just was hating. I was like, damn, they find wide receivers.
Yeah.
And real talk, they only really had one, and he's out, which is Pickens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, you got a couple other cats that show a little sparks, but they're not consistent enough, you know what I'm saying, to where you're able to to give Russell something to work with. Like you had the white boy, what's his name, Skanowski or whatever, he went out.
Yeah. You
got Calvin Austin, like he only a big time throw it down the field guy. You know what I'm saying? Pat Fairmont, he wasn't nowhere to be found. Or whatever his last name is, like they didn't have no Fireman. I'm sorry, Fireman, nowhere to be found. So it's like, he don't have the personnel on the offense to really do nothing, but still stayed in the game. So it was like that's why you had a Russell Wilson, and I ain't agree with it, but that's why he felt like, let me take that run. He should have slid because he had enough, but it's like I gotta overcompensate in some ways. Now, did he make some mistakes? Absolutely, some costly ones.
No, but it's fun because the question is that I'm not taking away from him. He's an excellent coach, but
all right, put some respect on that man name.
But I'll say, but I got to be fair too at the same time. If he's in a different market, what is it like?
Where?
Like whether he's in a New York market, he's in a LA market, one of those bigger markets to where it's like, they are making the playoffs consistently, but they're not but they're not winning in the playoffs.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If he's in if he's in a New York market, let me explain something to you. Because you're pressing the button. If he's in a New York market, we would be grateful. We would be grateful. We haven't been to the playoffs in 4 or 5 years, and then we would get
winning
there.
Season.
Look like
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying
that we would go there consistently.
We hardly had winning seasons when we won the Super Bowl.
Right.
True.
That we would if he was in the New York market,
he would be definitely happy with the time.
He can kill somebody, and they'll think about letting him get off. Okay.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's like I'm rooting. I want them. I want him.
They're gonna treat him better than the other cat from Virginia.
I want him to win.
You know.
Oh my God. I want him to win.
Oh man.
I just, I have no allegiance to the Steelers. It's just like when I watch some of the games and they get to those points there where it's like it's something weird happens in the game and they lose. I'm like, God, what the? Because their defense is always and right now I feel like it's always on the offense. It's like
we're just not about to talk bad about. We're not about to talk bad about Mike Tomlin, aka Omar Epps.
Let's talk about the other guy. Let's talk about on the Ravens side.
Another Harbaugh.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, I ain't talking about the coaching.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Fantastic fucking day yesterday. The team did what they supposed to do. They look like the Ravens team that should not be 10-5. They should be probably more along the lines of where the Chiefs are. But he continues to have an excellent year. I put it in the chat yesterday. To have a 12-1 touchdown to interception ratio is fucking insane for a quarterback who got drafted. For a running back who got drafted as a quarterback those years ago. If y'all know, you know. Bill Polian, shout out to you. All those teams that passed on him, and he's having a insane season, which takes us into the MVP race. So right now, there's a two-man race. There's a two-man race right now. And if you watch sports like we do, they all but try to hand it to Josh Allen. Right now, 33, almost 3,400 yards on the year, 25 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 11 rushing touchdowns, which is insane. Lamar Jackson, almost 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, again, 4 interceptions, 3 rushing touchdowns. He has had 10 fumbles this season. To you guys, though, who's the MVP in your mind, to be honest, between these two guys?
To be honest with you, I would say, and I think it's what's old boy from the Bills?
He's on the screen, Josh Allen.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. No, because I was typing. Because I was typing a comment. That's why I was.
Oh boy from the Bills.
Nah, so Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is, man. I mean, one, I'm shocked because I really felt like they kind of did another thing, like kind of mimicking what the Chargers did, where a lot of their receiving core, was gone.
Yeah.
Leaving just pretty much what Shakir and Kincaid. So I had no idea what they was going to do. But then they got Cooper. They drafted Coleman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? What's the kid from the Raiders, light-skinned kid from the Raiders that walked barefoot? You know, he's
I know you're talking about. Yeah, yo, he's wild.
He's you know, he's doing what he's doing his role. You know, we got Knox, so like, you know, and then they got a 3-headed monster over there with the running backs, like Davis, Cook, and then that other cat that went off last week. You know, so they're doing their thing, and then the defense ain't going nowhere. The defense was nasty. So, but I mean, bigger than that, it's Josh Allen that's killing, yo. I mean, he's killing right now. So, like, I rocks with Lamar, you know what I'm saying? And I think Lamar is also having an MVP caliber season as well. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to right now. I'm gonna give it to Josh.
What you got, Dave? Say what you gonna say.
I agree with Jay. I think it's easily Josh Allen's.
Yeah.
I think the only way it would have. Well, let me preference this by saying, in my mind, since you're asking that way, not really with the NFL mind, in my mind, I think it would be a two-man race, but it wouldn't be the two that you just said because I don't have Lamar in it. I actually would have had Saquon. And if you go back weeks back, I said this, and I was talking about the fact of if he got those touchdowns that Hurts was getting at the goal line, I think we would be having a different conversation.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Because if he goes down and breaks this record, rushing wise, something that
he should get it. He should get it at
you
that
see
point.
What I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know how you sit back and you look at this guy going on a team for the first year, a team that was already stacked, and then showing this much of a difference maker of a season. Like, you know what I mean? But the reason why I said in my mind, you gotta basically do the impossible nowadays for you to get that if you're in a race with a quarterback. As a running back, you gotta. I don't even know what you gotta do. You gotta throw for a couple touchdowns out here for a running back to even be considered. So
I'm gonna go the other way, and we probably ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say. I'm still riding with Lamar, most valuable player, because we know what the Ravens look like without Lamar, and the fact that their coach has a job because of Lamar Jackson. Like, John Harbaugh is the head coach in Baltimore because of number 8. And him having, it's not even this, to correct you, Earl, it's not even an MVP caliber year. He's having a MVP year. Running back again, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for a person who is, a lot of times he critiqued for his passing. Now we know it's bigger than the MVP for Lamar at this point because it's all about championship now, because you got 2 MVPs. We've seen you in the AFC championship game. We need you to ball out there. But we're talking about a regular season award. I give it to Lamar. What I do not like, though, is to make the cases. Now we're starting to see, I saw it this morning, we're starting to see the bullshit that it's going to try to swing it, well, just completely hand it to Josh Allen. I saw a report that says that Josh Allen apparently has been playing with a broken hand all season. And this came up today. So, of course, after the game, it was a nationally televised game yesterday. And after the game that Lamar had, and then most folks were saying that Josh Allen had it locked up the last couple of weeks. Now we see something that say, hey, he's been playing all season with a broken hand. He absolutely should be the MVP. I'm still rocking with Lamar. His impact on the field is insane. They both are monsters, but I'm just gonna ride with Lamar on this one. That's just me. But we do what we do in this case there. Let's move right along to one reason I had to pull out the hat, and for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm. And then you talk crazy about
the only Michael Vick, not Mike Vick, his mama named him Michael, has been officially named as the head coach of Norfolk State University. After he was in talks with Sacramento State for their head coaching job, and he decided, I'm just going to go with the green and the gold. And it's dope, bro. I didn't know this came out of nowhere for me. I had no idea that he was even looking to be a head coach at this point. And I want to get you guys' take. I know we're going to get a lot of comparisons to what Dion and everything else may talk about, but I'll say this. If you're from the 7-5, you understand what it is to give back to the area. That is something that is taken very, very, very seriously in the area where I'm from. Like, giving back to the 7-5 in some sort of capacity. People really look at that in a way. And the fact that he's coming back to the 7-5, yes, he's from Newport News, but of course, Newport News doesn't have a college football team. But him coming back to be a head coach at HBCU at Norfolk State, bringing that additional attention. Of course, he's going to bring the NIL aspect to it, but he walked away from, I think they were potentially talking about like $50 million in NIL that's going to be brung to Sacramento State. What's your guys' take when you saw this? What you saw this news come out? And yeah, there you go.
I just said the Dion effect. That's what I said.
Okay.
It wasn't really nothing like that was, and no disrespect, it wasn't nothing that was like, oh snap. Like, I think it's dope. I think two things. I think it's dope that he went back home, to coach, and I'm glad it's at the HBCU. So I like that because I'm I'm an advocate for let's go back to our home base and let's build up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, and he's from there. So I'm glad he went back home. But really, the first thing I thought about was, I just said, Dion. So this is the Dion effect.
I think the biggest thing for me to add into what Earl just said wasn't the fact that he's just going back home, that he actually wanted to be there. It wasn't just the only option.
Right.
When you turn down $50 million of a possible NIL, that lets you know, like, I ain't just going there to go there, because I had other options, a lucrative option. But I truly want to be there and show a difference for my surrounding community. And I think that's what's dope about it. Because a lot of people, when they make a move like this with the name that he has, they may make this move because it's the only option they have. And that's what was more impressive to me. It wasn't the only option he had. So that's what stood out to me.
It's Norfolk State can use it, bro. Norfolk State's overall record, they haven't had in just since the 2019-20 season, they've had one season where they were above 500. They were 6-5. They've been 2-9. They 3-8. Even this season itself, they're looking at 4-8. It's been rough. Now, of course, in that they're in the Mid-Eastern, the MEAC. So, they're in that competition with Morgan State, North Carolina Central, Howard, and such. South Carolina State this particular season was at 9-3.
Yo, yes, we coming.
Yep. Delaware State. It's going to be dope to see, man, because I want to see, while he is the face of it, I want to see who he brings on as his coaching staff. Will he reach out, which I can imagine, will he do kind of like what Dion did and bring out like some potential NFL connects that he has? Dion has Pat Shermer, which was you guys' former OC at one point, right? Was he a head coach too?
Mm-hmm.
He's a head coach.
So will he bring out someone from out of maybe retirement to help with the offensive aspects of it? Because he has a lot of, especially with him being in the.
He'll be smart.
Yeah, man.
Successful track record with doing it. But.
Yep, he has connects, him when working with Fox Sports and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see who he brings out there to help pull in these recruits, man, and to allow them to be out there and execute on the field. I'm excited to see.
Isn't Eddie George still
he's still he's the matter of fact, he got coach of the year for
NC State, right?
Yeah.
So
and they won. I think they won.
Yeah,
they doing their thing over there.
I like it, man. I like it. This is something that is, if nothing else, I love it for Norfolk. If you know Norfolk gets a lot of bad pub on some other bullshit. But I like it for the area. The name itself speaks for itself. I mean, Vic he's got damn royalty in the 757, man.
The money that's about to come to
NC
State.
Yes.
And actually in Norfolk is going to be good too. So
this is what I will say this, though. I will implore their board of whatever. Don't do that bullshit that caused Dion to leave Jackson State. Because I'm not going to I'm from the 7-5. We're not going to sit here and act like some of that shit ain't went down in some of these schools, whether it's Hampton, Norfolk State. Don't do that. Don't get out there. All that money start coming in. All of a sudden, you starting to ask why.
I want to make sure. We're getting it right. It's Tennessee State.
Tennessee State,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Don't take this opportunity, man, for motherfuckers to get greedy. That's the one thing I will say. Like that's people start seeing it's.
I told somebody every now and again I like to argue or debate with people online because I got time. But I told somebody, I was like, yo, they steal money at every school. All schools they steal money. You know what I'm saying? PWIs, HBCUs.
Everybody still signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid. it hurts HBCUs way more
Yeah, man.
because they don't have endless funds.
Right.
So if you steal $1 million to $2 million, like you stole a large revenue.
20. Yeah, man. Yeah,
like,
a lot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so with that for HBCUs, I feel, and I've said this again,
yeah,
they need to hire and bring presidents in that went to their school. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, Gary.
Try to keep alumni who went to their school. And Gary brought up a great point. Ed Reed didn't even get to start. He was out of there in the off season. You know what I'm saying?
Went down there, stated his claim, and they said,
"Oh," and they gave him some BS. So it's like,
and he called, and as in your turn, in your way you say, Earl, he called them to the carpet. A lot of people didn't like it. He exposed them, and they were like, "Nah, man, it's always why you got to be a black man shitting on somebody."
Nah,
you called to the carpet, bro.
Why you got it on yourself?
Yeah,
that's called constructive criticism, and
that's
what we need.
Together. Yeah,
it's like I tell you, it's a soul food restaurant, yo. The food is alright, the service is trash. They ran out of chicken, and we just opened up an hour ago. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I love it.
Right. I'm tired, dog. Like, get our shit together.
I love it, man. Transitioning from the 7-5, not too far up north, and this is why I'm decked out in all my burgundy and gold, because it's something I've been waiting on for the last 20 fucking years. Finally, and it's a question mark. Finally, my Washington Redskin football commander squad may be headed back to where we would belong in Washington, D.C., as the Senate finally passed the RFK Stadium bill. What is that? So after the Washington Redskins,
that joint too.
Yes. After they sold the team, they moved out the land over. The RFK site and all this stuff, that became federal land. So DC was no longer in control of it, and it's been like that for the last 20-some years. So now in the last, and this was on the heels of, this wasn't just a bill, so a government shutdown. So this bill, we talked about it on the pod. So go up, make sure you listen to the Hot Seat podcast, available everywhere from YouTube to Apple, Spotify, and so forth, so on. They tend to put certain things onto a certain bill. So this RFK Stadium bill is not called that. This actually just happened to be part of a bill that included, one, raises for the representatives, two, also got rid of some other shit with cancer research. A lot of it's weird how government works.
No, but can I say this part of it?
Go ahead.
So I don't even want to make it sound like it was even part of that. Because if you go see the breakdown of how it was put forth, they were about to shut down. They honestly, if you want to do it specifically, kind of was shut down for 30 minutes. Yeah. Because the thing didn't pass until 12:30. Yeah. And they went into shutdown mode at 12.
Yep.
So we're talking midnight. So they pushed this this bill to fund the government till basically March through. And then all of a sudden, Schumer pops up and goes, by the way, I want to throw on the floor. And when we say that this was last minute, it had to get approved by everyone. Man.
Yeah.
If one person in that room said no, it wasn't going through.
Right.
So this was, they didn't want to be there. They couldn't go on Christmas break. And not to get into political talk, but I'm going to say it in this way. I feel everything should be ran this way.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be allowed as an elected official to leave that room that we put you in until something is decided.
Exactly.
Too many times you go on breaks and other people ain't eating because you didn't pass whatever you were supposed to pass.
Yeah.
Whether I agree with it or not, whatever you pass, you have to come to some type of decision, especially when we're talking about funding the government. So to get back to this, after they were passing that bill, all of a sudden he stands up. It was like, oh, by the way, can we pull that whole thing as far as RFK? Can we pull that back into DC? Which was already kind of agreed upon behind the scenes on the bipartisan way on the Republican and Democratic side. And then it was just like, look, we want to go home, bro. Like, let's get this shit going. Let's get and the statement that they passed, what they put out there was the fact that at least this gives it an even playing field. Yeah. Because it wasn't an even, for people that don't know, it wasn't an even playing field before. Maryland had the upper hand because DC wasn't really able to be DC, like put something on the board because they didn't really have control of the area that you're trying to rebuild on. So,
go ahead, so they have control. They have control of the land for the next 99 years. In this case, so they're going to tear down RFK. This is going to be interesting to say the least, because if you know anything about RFK literally they what they want is, and I've seen some of the stuff, they want a backdrop of downtown DC and all this stuff behind it. So if you look at what RFK is, if you can open up a window there, it shows you the Capitol behind it. It shows you the monument. It's like a straight shot. You know how DC is made, it has like that linear view there. So Westmore guys work cut out for him because because DC now has it. And the thing that is leaning towards DC, and it's something we talked about before, is the public transit you have out there. You have the metro, which Maryland doesn't. So that makes it, we've been to.
And why they haven't built it to go there, I have no idea.
Yeah. We have Northwest Field, formerly FedEx Field. We've been there for a few times, and that traffic has been hell. And now, just the backdrop of it, I mean, the NFL wants, in the most powerful city in the world, for all intents and purposes, they got a football team there. They want the football team there. At one time, that was ranked as number 5 in the most valuable sports franchises in the world. They may be headed back.
How you feel in the last couple months? We went from teams leaving DC to going to Virginia,
right,
to everybody may be in there, and pushing. Like that's the last couple months.
Yeah,
that's why I want people to realize they already started the renovations on. I still call it. What is it called now?
Capital One. Cap One.
Yeah.
We saw we was there when we was there for the pink. They've
already started on the renovations there. So, I think it's honestly awesome. Whether it's in DC or Maryland, I'm still fine. If it's in DC, I'm cool with that. As long as that thing, sorry, Gary, it don't go to VA.
It ain't going to Virginia.
I agree, because I will stop going to games. I'm not.
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't. They will have that joint lined up, ready for you to leave that parking lot and get arrested. I'm not. No. You won't see me.
It's gonna be fun, man. Whatever we get, it's gonna be a fun time the next few years. So I'm excited to see how this all comes down. Because even Washington, they still have control of like a lot of land, even in Maryland side. So they may be doing additional things there. I love the new ownership. Everything is happening. It's been a great sports year, man. But the team potentially making it back to DC, and no, they're not coming back to the Redskins. That's just not coming back. But hey, look, it's coming. They're coming back to DC, which lets me know I need to start saving money now, because that shit is not going to be cheap. Let me tell you this right now.
Look at the Giants. It's going to be crazy.
But
and they might have PSLs.
Washington is going to have got the stadium like that.
Yeah.
But what y'all gonna build? We ain't even got that.
Man, listen, I can imagine, but it's going to be fun. So let's get into some picks, bro. Y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
Actually, before we do that, y'all want to put something on it first this week?
I really.
I ain't look.
All right. We ain't gotta do that. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Okay, Dave, walking me down.
My one every week. Man, I gotta be damn near perfect out this.
You're having a great week. Having a great week. I switched it up this week, Earl. Before you say so, I switched up the picks music this week. I did switch it up this week. So
I don't care about the music. I just want to make sure your records is up there. That's
I like the music though.
It's fine. Absolutely. Let's get this thing going, man.
Yeah,
it's great. Don't Wear Our Wait For is out now on Bandcamp. So all this shit. All right, let's keep going. Giants at Falcons, our first game up. Giants are here. Yeah, we go. Well, what makes this interesting is, and we gave our take last week, and we were saying, hey, have we seen enough for Kirk Cousins? And apparently the Falcons was like, hell yeah. And they're starting Michael Penix this week, which makes this very, very interesting for not you guys, but for my Commanders, because they need to do something today, because we have a matchup that has been flexed to primetime next week. And yeah, I'm a believer in Michael Penix, so this Falcons offense may look really, really good. But anyway, I got Falcons in this game.
And if he, if he get hurt, Kirk, I'm like, yeah, don't look at me. You better go to the backup. Kiss my ass.
Well, here's the thing though. The thing with Kirk, so they're headed towards a breakup because they're looking, as a report, they're going to cut Kirk Cousins
before March.
That big bonus, yeah. So this is, to Dave's point, if you're trying to develop a young quarterback, at least have him sit for a year, this is kind of how you do it. And you hope that the veteran quarterback is better, but Kirk Cousins has been bad. Even in a loss, they've been he's had like 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions.
Man, even in the win,
he can't even move, man. Like, it just looks bad. Yeah, man, I got Falcons on this one here. I think we're gonna be ATL across the board. Anybody who picking the Giants in this one, I'm like, I don't know. They trying to.
I'm gonna be tight.
They trying to
get. Lose.
Cardinals at Panthers, another team that is on the bubble, and I meant to actually put that up. This is showing the teams that are actually on the bubble in the hunt for the playoffs. The Panthers have been scrappy the last few weeks, but I think they lose this week against the Cardinals.
Okay. I got the Cardinals.
I got Arizona.
Yeah. They need to get in the playoffs.
I might have to pick Carolina. Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, gotta pick Carolina.
What's going on?
I got the Cardinals.
Because I gotta pick at least like 3 of them. I might come back to that. Keep going.
Gary got the Panthers, man. They feisty. They feisty right now. Lions at Bears. Sheesh, I got the Lions, bro.
Same. I got the Lions.
Damn. Boy, you talking about that, man? I'm just saying it because my team did it. That Hail Mary really did break the Bears. Because since that Hail Mary that against the Commanders, man, they have been shit since then. Dear Lord.
They don't have coaching, that's why.
I'm like, wow. Yeah, because that game showed you how bad their coaching was, too. So, yeah, man, I got Lions in this.
Now they got backup.
Even though with the Lions having a whole damn starting line on either side, nothing on their own IR. Like, it's crazy. But hopefully they get some of those guys back before the playoffs start. Titans at Colts. Yeah, it's one of those games I can do without.
Yeah, you did this beat.
Well, I did.
Shit.
They
shit is a bop, yo. Shit is a bop, yo.
Don't worry, I'll wait for it's out right now on Bandcamp. They did finally bench the quarterback for the Titans and Will Levis. Yeah, bro, it's time. He looks the part, but he's ass. Just saying.
I got the Colts because they need this one.
I got the Colts.
Damn. Shit.
I don't know why you think I'm about to go with a 3-11 team who ain't got nothing to play.
God damn it. I need this
point. I'm this here so I don't get fined. That's why I'm here. It's fine. Good. Shout out to whoever made this goddamn Bloody Mary.
Oh, no. I did it wrong.
Good. You should go with the Titans, Dave.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would have if they would have kept Levis. Just because.
Who's the backup?
Backup.
Who knows?
No, the backup was better. I think it's Rudolph.
Is it Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, I think the backup is better than is better than Levis. In my
First of all, you know how I feel about people who got 2 last names is their name. I can't trust it.
I think it's Mason Rudolph.
I can't do it. Rams at Jets. Has anybody watched that Enigma doc on
I refuse. I refuse. I don't even like it.
I love the Ryan Clark response though.
What he say?
You didn't see the back and forth between him and Ryan Clark? And then Ryan Clark
it was in there.
Just go watch it. It's no, not in that. It's online. Just go online. I love the response. It was a polite. Don't make me come up out this seat.
Oh, word. Who was they in person?
Nah, because they've been going back and forth. Because Rodgers basically made a statement about these players out here that are analyzing now and saying certain things and shouldn't be saying it this way. I'm doing this. You ain't even doing what you need to be doing on the outside out here. So let's just say Ryan Clark called him to the team the right way. Like, don't act as if you're the guy that won these MVPs and won that shit. Like,
he told him he wanted to take it to the grass.
It was a polite response.
I'll go one.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams.
This is, I'll tell you this, and this is one Stephen A. Smith. This is what he said to Aaron Rodgers. He said, quote, "You don't want to go at him." And that was saying it nicely.
No.
He said,
Don't want to go at who? Ryan Clark?
Ryan Clark. Yeah.
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark is with the shits. I'm gonna tell you this right now. He is with the shits. He's not. That. Yeah, he's not even.
What's the name? Ankle fucked up. He better chill out.
Yeah. Don't even. Yeah, don't.
He said you need protection.
Yeah.
He's the one that they call. He's the hitman. So,
yeah. Watch Ryan Clark's highlights.
I don't need to say it. I know.
Out the league for sure if he did some of the shit he did. Yeah.
That motherfucker did not care.
Not at all. Eagles at Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders today. I'm going with my Commanders today.
Go ahead, Dave.
I got Philly.
I got the Eagles. So go with the Commanders.
Come on, man.
Go with the Commanders. You need this one.
God damn it. I'm with Philly.
George said he called him with strength.
Yeah, sure enough. I loved every bit of it.
Yeah.
I loved every bit of it. Because he's a hypocrite about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He started
I really do not like this dude, yo.
Like that. Hey, man. Yeah. It's interesting to say the least. We got all the picks. I think everybody going to the Eagles except for me.
Dave, are you switching any of these picks? Are you switching any of your picks?
Nah, I'll just let you roll.
Okay. This I ain't gonna hold you. This is one of the ones that you can that is gonna be competitive. Like, you should go with the Commanders, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they can win. And they at home.
Mm-hmm. Don't be sarcastic. Get off that bullshit.
I mean, even though it's really an Eagles home game because everybody's home game is that. I'm being honest.
Oh, see, that's what you're living in the past. It ain't been like that this year, brother.
I know there's more Cowboys fans in Largo or Maryland, that DMV area than it is
this year, sir.
The Commanders. Yes, it is.
Oh shit, George about to praise that.
Not this year, buddy. Not this year. Get out of here with that bullshit. Vikings at Seahawks.
I got
Minnesota, man. They have been quietly a really good team this year. They are a sneaky 12-2. Maybe because they in Minnesota, you ain't really paying attention to them. But yo,
I got Minnesota.
As long as Sam Darnold don't wet the bed, and he hasn't, he's getting a contract from somewhere.
They got Daniel Jones coming, so we good. They good.
Yeah, they
they got the GOAT.
He's getting a contract with somebody this season. It might be the Vikings. Depending on how far they go. Seahawks. I don't know. Just I'll be with Gino, and then Gino let me down. I'm like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't get it. I just need him to let that braid go because he ain't got no type of hang time on his braid, so that shit kind of pisses me off.
I think it's the coaching again.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. The coaching where?
Seahawks.
I don't know. I don't think so.
They have personnel, and I will let Lockett go.
That Lockett had nothing to do with the fact that Gino was throwing shit that had, I don't know. That's just communication between the two. But that had nothing to do with coaching. He was making some bad passes in that game. I'm just saying. Patriots at Bills. It's cold as shit up there right now. Bills. It's cold as shit up there, bro. Yeah. It's 29. It's 29 down here. I don't know what it is up in.
I got the best fan base in America.
They are
Buffalo.
Yeah, they are like that. They are like that. What is the weather today in Buffalo?
You put up his shirt.
I tell you, ain't that something? Hey, y'all still got y'all building falling apart over in Dallas? You know what I'm saying shit falling out the rafters and shit.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. $2 billion.
Y'all shit was falling apart too, so you can't say that.
Bro, our stadium is 20 years old. They built theirs like yesterday.
That's true. That's a good point. Good
They
point.
got an IKEA stadium.
That's good. Good point.
You know what I'm saying? 12 degrees in Buffalo.
Is it gonna snow?
I don't know. It's 12 degrees, and that's probably that's regular temperature. What is the wind chill like? That should be like negative something. Yeah.
I'm not going out there. Me and Dave did that one year. Never again.
Yeah. It's cold.
And it was a dude sitting there. Matter of fact, it was a Super Bowl season. It was the year that it was the game that Cruz had went 99 yards in that one play. And I remember it was a Jets home game. And I'll never forget, it was so cold. It was a dude passing gas that was sitting right next to him.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, his shit had to be so strong to be cutting through that cold. To cut through the cold and the wind. I said, I was like, what the fuck is that smell?
Definitely remember that.
Yeah.
Respond to George. Yeah, y'all falling into last place. But that's all I got for you right now. Yeah. Me and Dave remember that cold ass.
We proudly hold. We proudly hold last place. Don't take that from us.
Browns at Bengals. AFC North matchup. With quiet is kept. Joe Burrow has had a crazy season.
Ballin'.
They 6-8. Ain't that some shit?
Waste of a season, boy.
Absolute. And you're probably gonna lose a receiver too. Because you got the cheapest owner in the damn.
They're definitely gonna lose a receiver. Which one they're gonna lose?
I got Cincinnati though.
Yeah, Cincinnati. I don't even know who the Browns quarterback is because they benched
Jameson.
Yeah.
It's good to see y'all. Did y'all know how broke? And this is like relative to their type of broke that the Cincinnati Bengals like ownership is. Like they had to actually sell naming rights in order to pay Joe Burrow.
For real?
Yeah, they don't have so a lot of these owners, they have other things. Like Josh Harris owns all types of other stuff, and then he owns sports franchises. Jerry Jones owns a bunch of oil and shit, and now he owns the Cowboys and so forth and so on. Mike Brown and them, they own the Bengals. They ain't no other additional income. So their income is the Bengals. So they just gave up naming rights because at first it was called Mike Brown Stadium because they kept it in the fan, whatever it was in the case. So they sold naming rights to generate that revenue because they really ain't got bread like that. And they cheap as shit. So yeah, I'm just saying, point that out.
Jay, what are you saying with that last sentence?
Wait, hold on, Cincy.
I don't know. Is he changing his pick?
He said the Browns, and then he said, "Wait, hold on, I'm gonna change it to Cincy."
Oh, okay. All right, go to Cincy. All right, cool. Browns got Jameis.
No, they don't have Jameis. He's benched.
Damn, they did. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, man. You were getting a contract, but not the one. Jaguars at Raiders. Battle of the who wants that number 1 overall pick.
I want the Raiders to win. Is Sunshine playing?
No, he's out.
Oh, he out for the year?
Yeah, he's out. From
Mac Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones playing. I think. Yeah.
So
I got the Raiders because I need them to win. Pick the other one, Earl.
All right, because you I got the Jags.
Give me
I got the Jags. Go ahead. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get my one.
But I'm low.
I need the Raiders to win because they have a lower strength of schedule than the Giants do. So y'all need them to win. Yeah,
and they are gonna win.
Yeah,
come on, AP.
Yeah, let's go. Is O'Connell playing? My statistician, is O'Connell playing?
Yeah, I think he is.
Gary.
Yeah.
Who'd you pick, Shawn?
I got the Raiders in this game.
He got the Raiders. He got the. Yeah, this shit is a bop. Did you do something with this?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause if you did, I'm gonna get on it, yo.
Yeah.
Oh,
49.
shit.
Oh, shit. 49ers at
Gotta make
Dolphins.
ribs.
Nah, facts.
49ers at Raiders. I mean at
Bro,
Dolphins.
I would be a fucking celebrity if IG was out back in 2002. I had all these parody songs. I got like 3 albums. 300 plus entertainment, yo.
I love it. I love it.
If I could find my CDs and I had cassettes.
Oh, Jay.
I'll probably go back.
Miami Jay.
Yeah, I like that. I got 49ers in this one, man. I got 49ers.
Yeah, I got the Niners.
I got Niners in this
All
one.
right, I'm picking Miami. Come
Hey.
on, man. Come on, man.
Hey, Brock Purdy, he hooked up his offensive lineman though, man. He bought them some real nice gifts and whatnot. So it's pretty cool.
Man,
You
he got
know,
them for free. He
side
got them
note,
for free.
You know, Daniel Jones brought the Giants offensive line something too.
He bought him something to drink. He bought him a bottle or something like that. He got it.
Yeah.
That's the least he could do.
With it. Who we got in the junk? You know what we got?
Should have got him a car because he got it. Now Brock Purdy, he don't got it, but those Toyotas, I'm guaranteeing they was free.
You about to get something.
He about to.
Yeah.
He ain't about to get no 60 million, but he gonna get some.
Yeah.
He'll get at
Buccaneers
least
and
one day.
Cowboys.
Shit,
I got Bucks in this. The Bucks. Hey, Mike Williams, bruh. I said Mike Williams. I said Mike.
I
Mike
can't stand
Evans.
the Cowboys. So.
My bad. Mike Evans, man. Look, underappreciated, bruh. 1,000 yards every single season. Like I think 10 or 11 seasons in a row, man. And he just quietly puts up 1,000 yards. Easy money. He be injured and everything, and 1,000 yards. Easy. And I need them to beat the brakes off these clown ass Cowboys. Buccaneers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got the Bucks because I can't stand the Cowboys.
Apologize, George, but I'm not. Apologize. Buccaneers. Shout out to Baker, man, having a pretty decent season.
Hell yeah. He's having a good season.
Decent season.
He's having a good season.
He really is.
He's had 2 good seasons.
Get the hell out of Cleveland.
It's crazy too. Yeah, their offensive line is kind of crazy. And you know what's crazy? The Buccaneers may be that little scary team that comes out and may put a little bit of pressure on your Detroit Lions.
They are the only ones that beat the GOAT.
Yeah, true. They did. They did.
Beat the GOAT.
They did. They did. They can put up
put some respect on. And he's still doing this. And he didn't have Mike Evans, and he lost George
Sumit.
What's the other wide receiver they had that went out for the season?
Yeah,
I forget, man. It's gonna bother me.
I do. I think about it now.
You said what? What was it?
What's the wide receiver from Tampa Bay that went out?
The other one?
Godwin.
Godwin.
I
Thank you.
think Galloway for some weird reason.
Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
The
The money.
Galloway.
Yeah, right. The Monday night game, Saints at Packers. I got Packers. It's gonna be cold as shit up there. That's all I got.
I got Packers.
I got Packers in this, man.
I got the Packs.
Come on,
I
bro.
got the Packs.
Saints need to pull them paper bags back out again, because damn, poverty franchise. I swear, it's just horrible. Poverty franchise.
I finally remembered to do my lineup, so I'm good this week.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Some other people
Did
forgot, but I remembered.
That's crazy. That's what we got. We got a Christmas Day game because the NFL is just fucking disrespectful. Chiefs and Steelers.
And they just played. Yo, this is wild.
You know who I'm picking?
3 games in 10
Chiefs.
games is crazy, bro. 3 games in 10 days?
Yeah.
That is.
I wouldn't be surprised if that ain't a good product.
Yeah. But the Chiefs win. The Chiefs win. I don't know why, but they win. So I'm picking the Chiefs. We all going Chiefs?
Hmm?
Yep.
Okay.
No, Gary got Pittsburgh.
Okay. Another Christmas Day game. We got Ravens at Texans. I got Ravens.
Yeah, got the Ravens. Tank Dell just got hurt. Got the Ravens.
Yeah, I got Ravens.
The NFL really did say F you to the NBA, didn't they? Because they just pretty much they did the whole day.
After
Okay.
NBA.
They were like, yeah, we got this. And they got, now I know this though, because this is all on Netflix for everybody who don't know. All I know is Netflix better not fuck up this Beyonce performance because this is hell.
There's a Beyonce performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Ravens Texans game.
Oh, word.
She got that one. Is somebody else performing too?
Somebody, I think Mariah Carey is.
Yeah, she performing something too.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. All
It's
I
gonna
know
be a
is
background
Because it's Christmas time, sir. She runs this time period.
She's gonna be a background singer.
She lives off of Christmas the rest of her life.
Rest of her damn life. Yeah. If it's buffering at any time, bro, look, listen here. The engineers for Netflix are losing their mind. But like, who the hell decided to do this? Because we don't want no part of this. But yeah, money is money. So we're gonna go right from Christmas Day, which is Wednesday, going right into Thursday night for Week 17.
That's the last Thursday night game, right?
I think so. Yes. You got Seahawks at Bears.
Ooh, they ended it with a banger.
Yeah, they did. Gosh, and in this case, I'm gonna take the Bears for some weird reason. I'm gonna take the Bears. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Take the Bears.
Damn it!
I feel like it's gonna be extra cold out there.
I don't know why you think I'm picking the Bears, bro.
You know what?
Let's take the Bears, bro.
Hold on. Give me a second. I need to look. I know I want to pick Seattle, but I need to catch Earl. How many differences I got?
One.
Going back and looking.
Like genuine differences? No.
You got one. You should have had two. You should have took the Commanders.
No, I got two.
Who's the two?
I got Vegas. You got Jacksonville. I got Miami. You got San Francisco. Shoot.
Take that Commanders and Cowboys. Yeah. Take that one and take this one. And you that's four. That's a jump. What you got to lose, bro?
I'm taking Chicago, son. I'm taking Chicago.
It don't behoove you to pick the same people I got. Like, you need to go opposite. You trying to make a catch.
All right, I got the Giants winning. Look.
And they might F around and win. Like, what the hell, bro?
Right after that, we got a Saturday game. Goddamn NFL.
Damn.
Chargers at Patriots, man.
Oh,
I got Chargers.
Man, you got that on here.
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah, man. Where the game at?
Yeah, Chargers at Patriots.
Whoa. Not too much on our statistician, yo.
Hey, man, how much we pay you out here?
Yeah, he gonna be like Amazon.
Damn.
Chargers at Patriots.
You ain't gonna get that bonus you got last year.
And we was gonna double it this year.
Oh man.
Hold on. Let me write this one.
Oh yeah, because we got two more games right after that. So
yeah, I see it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's three. Yeah, man. NFL is disrespectful right now. Like, bro, I'm trying to enjoy the holidays. What's with all the goddamn football?
Nah, I appreciate it.
Chargers at Patriots. Jay got the Chargers. I got the Chargers.
And I'm off for 2 weeks too.
Everybody else got the Chargers?
Yeah, I got Chargers.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike, the on my laptop in the bottom corner it tells you what the temperature is out in the area. That should just say cold. It got it. That's all it said. It don't say a temperature. It's cold. It's just cold. Fun times.
My shit say 17, but it's sunny.
That's that ignorant cold too. Be like, why is the sun out when it's so cold right now?
They ain't doing nothing.
Right. The next game on that Saturday, December 28th, Broncos at Bengals. I got Broncos in that game. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one. I got the
this is all TBD
game. Gonna need this one.
You got the Bengals?
Yeah, they trying to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they're gonna need to win. So
yeah,
we'll go with Bengals. Broncos, I think they should already be in it.
Yeah, they got 10 wins.
No,
they got 9 wins. Okay, they right on the cusp.
Who you got?
I got Broncos. In that game.
All right. I got the Broncos.
You got Earl?
Yeah, I said Bengals.
Okay, Bengals. You got the Bengals in that game. And the last game for that Saturday, Cardinals at Rams. I got Rams.
I got the Rams. Take the Cardinals, Dave.
Another very sneakily good team, man. The Rams. Like, they just keep reloading. Man, all of a sudden, you look up and they 8-6 right now.
Because they got a powerhouse over there on that wide receiver.
Man, and they ain't even like crazy athletic. Like,
they do what they need to do, man.
They do what they do, bro. They do what they do.
I got Arizona.
To think that Cup ain't even the best receiver on that team.
Yeah, because he gets Puka now.
That's wild. When he was about to be a triple crown.
Yeah,
well,
he did win it.
He was a triple crown a couple years
ago. He did
ago.
win a triple crown. Which let's speak it out. Jamar Chase, I believe. Is it just, yeah. He's on the cusp of winning the triple crown. Yeah, man. That's just crazy. So real quick, man. While I have this up here, so I'll show you guys what the playoffs look like for these guys. So we know who's in right now. So these are guys who locked in. So on the AFC side, you got pretty much 5 slots already locked in. From the Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, the Texans, and the Ravens. And on the NFC side, Lions, Eagles, Vikings, with 4 slots still remaining. But you still can have some movement based off of who wins what, tiebreakers to see who's going to win the division, who's going to be there. And then you have, as far as in the hunt, you got on the AFC side, Chargers and Broncos. NFC side, Buccaneers, Rams, Packers, and Commanders.
Where Giants at?
We coming.
And then you got your bubble teams. You got the Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals on the left side in the AFC. And then you
Seahawks
got
is 8-6?
Falcons, and Cardinals on the NFC side. So these games are going to go a long way to dictate who's going to make it into the playoffs. Sure enough. Yeah, man. Y'all ready for it? Today we had a really good slate of football today, so I'm excited. Of course, I'm gonna be talking mad shit with G-Fish on this Philly game. That's what we're doing. And man, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Hot Seat Podcast, episode 160.
How many more yards does Saquon need? My bad. How many more yards Saquon need?
He has 3 games left. I think they said something like 420.
They said he's on pace for getting over 2,000, but what was the record?
He won't break the record.
I think 20.
It's 20, but he was like 468 or something like that to break the record. I thought
that ain't not impossible.
It's not, but depends on what they do. If they sit him down or something.
Nah, man. If they get that close, they're not sitting him down.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. If they wrap up a spot, who says? You trying to? That'll be up to someone.
Right now, he has 1,688 yards.
Okay.
How much does he need? What's the record?
I think it was what's the record he needed? I don't have it up on my screen. I thought I saw something like he needs like 468 to break the record or something like that. Who's quicker to pull this up?
I'm looking it up now. He got 2105. Dickerson. And what does Saquon got?
Hold on.
He needs 418. He needs 418 yards to break the record.
That's not impossible.
What, 3 games?
With 3 games. So he needs to average about 140 yards a game.
Well, he gonna get about 2 against us. So he need.
And then this is what I'm gonna leave with. If he breaks the record against the Giants, fire everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. It's gonna be
get rid of neighbors too.
How crazy that is! Some petty ass shit. If he does break the record against the Giants, I'd be like, yo, that's wild.
And to think that he could have played a little bit longer the first time, but they sat him and he let other cats get on.
Yeah, right. He actually would have been a lot closer.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Like, that's what they don't take into effect. Him coming out the game early.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of these quarterbacks, like a Josh Allen, is playing the whole game.
He's playing the whole game.
They're touching the ball every single down.
That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you gotta.
He gotta fight
take that
bias
out,
with
man.
bitching ass wide receivers. Don't matter if they win the game, but
if he break that record, bro, I'm just
give him the MVP, bro.
On a team, by the way, on a team that's stacked.
Yeah,
that's stacked. So if he breaks that record,
he done went in his first year, broke their franchise rushing record in their first year.
After a couple of seasons to where they were saying that he was practically washed because of his injuries, they didn't want to pay him. Just add whatever you want to it. And now he comes out. He says, you know what? I'm just going to break the greatest record there is.
They just put Shady.
If I was Mara, as soon as the season ended, I would play back the scene when he says, as long as he don't
go to the Eagles.
As long as he don't go to the Eagles, now I'll be like, all right, well, pack your shit up.
This is how I
Niggas,
feel.
you know.
For everybody who thought
dumbass.
this was a good idea in the Giants organization, go play in traffic because this is what you get.
Yeah, that was freaking showing, man. Because everybody else, there's a lot of people in there. It's like, yo, are you sure? Are you sure?
But hey, as bad as that is, you're not a Jets fan because it was a report that apparently, what's it, Woody, whatever his last name,
Yeah.
he said he's
Yeah,
been
he's
taking
wild.
Yep.
from his teenagers. His teenage son is 18, and because they decided not to sign,
Because of the rating, because of
The Madden ratings.
if you don't get your punk ass out of here with that,
that's
bull,
I ain't gonna lie. That's somebody where the owners need to come and talk and say, yo, this
You
shit
gotta leave.
is yeah, you gotta
Right.
go, bro.
We're voting you out.
Yeah, because you're not taking this serious. This is like just I got money. Let me just get a team. Like you don't take this serious.
Yeah.
You're talking about
We're
the mad
voting you
rating.
out, buddy.
yeah,
You gotta go.
and for those who don't know, when we talk about money, this Woody Johnson is from the Johnson, as in Johnson and Johnson. He's from that family. Yeah.
Oh, he's from Diddy. All right.
And their jump probably skyrocketed up from Diddy.
all that. But I guess this is what you get when you decide to go to the University of Arizona. Boy, it's a hot seat.
Okay.